Shaheem Reed, the Rap on Wrestling podcast. We here. We got 4 to 5, the brothers, Ari the Oracle, Nick 816, E Will. What's up, y'all?
What's going on?
What up? What up?
Happy to be here.
Yes, sir.
Happy to be here for real. Man, this road to WrestleMania, it's looking like it's gonna be very unpredictable. I think the last time we spoke, we was talking about Bron Breakker not winning the championship and how, well, at least from my perspective, I thought it would have been cool to put the belt on Bron Breakker and just freshen it up a little bit. He's the future. I thought it would have been dope to build him as, one of the monster heels, have him take the belt, maybe not have the belt all the way to WrestleMania, but at least until Elimination Chamber or something, man. Elimination Chambers in Chicago, anything can happen, but I did not expect the big title change that happened on SmackDown a few days later. Drew McIntyre, 3 stages of hell, is the new WWE Undisputed Champion. I believe Ari called it, though. Ari, then you say Drew was going to win, and that would set it up for Cody to be in the Royal Rumble?
I mean, I'm not like Gunther. I'm humble, you know what I'm saying? So I'll just...
Please. He might be humble on wrestling. Let him start talking some other sports. Let him start talking let the Lakers go on a 5-game winning streak or something. Like, let's see how humble he get, man. Let him get on. Let his fantasy football team do some damage or something. But man, so they started out the 3 stages of hell on SmackDown. Excuse me. It started out with just a regular match where Drew McIntyre quickly won the match. I was like, okay, Drew won it fast. The referee was distracted because he took the turnbuckle off, low blow, hit Cody with the claymore. It was a wrap. Second match, which I thought was the best match, was a falls count anywhere where the guys were fighting in the ring. They took it outside the ring all the way to the back. I think that the high spot from there was Cody jumping off the second floor where the fans were, and the 200th mezzanine. He jumped off there, gave you a splash through the table, 1-2, and Drew actually kicked out. Cody later gave him a crossroads on the ring announce table for the victory. Cody whipped his ass in that second match.
Mm-hmm.
Cody actually was dominating the first match too, for the most part. But Drew outsmarted him with the low blow, and then here we go. The third and the final match was a steel cage. Pretty even. Drew was trying to escape the cage, and we see another one of these guys dressed in all black, hoodie, masked up, reminiscent to things that we've seen in the past, most recently with Austin Theory putting on the same black outfit and hoodie and mask and jumping in the Survivor Series War Game, having the War Games cage, and costing the good guys the victory. So this time when Drew's trying to come out the cage, the man stops him. Drew looks up like, who the hell is this? Quickly reveals it is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, who's been gone, I think, since October. We haven't seen him since October. So we had a little bit of technical difficulty with the article. Unfortunately, where he's at is some stormy weather. So he had to log off. But he definitely wanted to let y'all know that he predicted that Bron Breakker was not going to beat CM Punk. So he was correct on that. And he correctly predicted that Drew McIntyre was going to beat Cody Rhodes. And he actually was laughing because talking about Drew's face turn overseas, how You know, we see him sleeping with the championship belt. He took a picture, posted it on the gram. He had a really heartfelt speech between Glasgow, Scotland, with the championship. It seems like it was perfect timing for him to win the belt as WWE is overseas now. They'll be there for a couple of weeks. Matter of fact, Monday, when Monday Night Raw comes back, they'll be in Ireland as Finn Balor will be taking on CM Punk for the championship. That should be a really dope match. And I really hope we get the Finn Balor that, you know, on Monday Night Raw that just passed. CM Punk was basically saying, am I going to fight Finn Balor or I'm going to fight Finn Balor in Judgment Day? Like, you know, he really wants the Prince. And even Finn said the Prince against the Punk. So I love it. These overseas tours, they remind me of like when the Hart Foundation, when it was Bret Hart, Owen, British Bulldog, Jim Neidhart, they would go overseas and be the faces overseas and loved and cheered and come back to the US and be booed. And Cody is catching some boo birds overseas. They booing Cody over there.
Hey, the Hart Foundation, shoot, it was Canada, remember?
Yeah.
They hated Sean, man. And the Hart Foundation was Hills.
Yeah, they hated him, but in Canada, they was like the gods over there, man. Okay, so we know what Ari thinks. Ari, he's it seems like he's for Drew winning the belt. He predicted that Drew was gonna win the belt. Jacob Fatu, as I was saying before we cut out, Jacob Fatu was blocking Drew McIntyre from crawling out of the cage in the third fall of the 3 Stages of Hell match. It was a 3 Stages of Hell regular match, falls count anywhere, and the steel cage was the third match. He blocked Drew. He got in the ring. He started beating Drew up in the cage, and I don't know why, but Cody, it was the dummy move, comes and stops him from beating Drew up. Cody, the man, is helping you, and for once in your career, somebody is interfering in the match and they're not trying to cheat to help you lose. They're actually beating up the guy, and where Cody could have easily turned his back, act like he didn't see anything, crawled out, climbed the cage, climbed out the ring, and he would still be the champ. But no, he goes over, he shoves Jacob Fatu. Yo, Jacob, what are you doing? Bad move. We all know how crazy Jacob is. Jacob and Cody start fighting. He starts beating Cody down. They start fighting. Drew McIntyre, coyly, smart. He sneaks out the ring, crawls out, new champion, undisputed. Since that belt has been the WWE Undisputed Championship, the only person that has held it has been Roman, of course, Cody, John Cena, and now Drew McIntyre. Fellas, I gotta ask you, what do you think? Drew is the new champ. They're loving him overseas. SmackDown is gonna be huge, where he makes his first television appearance as the new champion. I can't wait to hear what he has to say. This guy is the master of trolling. And it was a great match too. They won a lot of really dope spots in the match. There was even one spot where Cody, they're fighting outside and into the stands, and Cody took a fan's phone. And did y'all see it? He took a selfie of him biting Drew McIntyre on the head. So it was a really good match. Drew puts on good matches. Him and Cody, they got some magic chemistry.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll see more. But what do y'all think of the title film?
Finally. Yeah, exactly. I posted a picture of him with the title and CC Peniston song finally playing in the background, because when he first won during the pandemic, you know, only thing I kept thinking was he deserves to be in front of a crowd, because, you know, we always talk about how the pandemic birthed, you know, the tribal chief, but Drew outside of Roman was holding it down during the pandemic. I wouldn't call him the MVP because that's Roman, maybe the sixth man of the year of the pandemic. Like he really impressed me during the pandemic. So to see him get this win during the crowd, I got one issue, and it's the finish. I love Jacob, and because of Drew's journey of him, coming up short, I would have liked it to be straight up 1-on-1. And then maybe, after he won and he's celebrating, lights go out, come back on, and Jacob's in the ring. That, to me, that would have been fire, more than Jacob interfering. So, other than that, man, to me, that's the male. It's early in the year. That's the male match of the year so far. That's the male match of the year so far. So, that's it right there.
Young Nicholas, what do you think?
I was excited, man. Me, my brother, and my nephew are huge Drew fans. So, it's funny. I was talking to my nephew prior to the show, and he's like, Uncle Nick, he's like, Drew's gonna win the belt. And I was like, why do you think he's gonna win the belt? He just told me, he's like, well, we said Cody doesn't need that belt to be over. And with Drew with that belt, just makes a statement. So I'm happy for Drew. We're all happy for Drew. I'm excited to see where Cody takes this next. See what he's got lined up.
Yes.
Yeah, I definitely think that it would have been cool, a little cooler, I should say, for Drew to. And I mean, hey, can you win a belt cleanly in a steel cage? But I think it would have been cooler for him to win with no interference. And you still look, Cody still looks strong if Drew's able to somehow climb over the cage or escape the cage. There's a million ways for him to escape the cage without Cody looking like he took a resounding L, and Cody's still looking strong. But this adds a lot of intrigue into the championship scene over at SmackDown. I think SmackDown is cooking to start the year off. It's great. It's funny because it's like the strongest component for a long time for SmackDown in 2025 was the tag team division. And it's like the tag team division is kind of dying down a little bit. We don't know where Tommaso Ciampa is. We don't know if he's coming back, if he's taking a break. But he hasn't been there. He's kind of left Johnny Gargano by himself, and we see Gargano mixing it up with Axiom. That was a really cool. It was funny where he dressed up, mixing up with Fraxium, I should say. It was cool seeing him dress up as Axiom and beat down Frazier on Friday, and then reveal that it was him. But SmackDown is cooking with the Undisputed Championship, I should say. They definitely cooking with Carmelo winning that United States belt. Him and Shinsuke Nakamura had a really good match. It's good to see Shinsuke. And it's like every time you see him, it's like, damn, this dude he's an attraction now, almost like Brock Lesnar, but the dude is putting on some good matches. Like, maybe we should just see him a little bit more consistently. So, but they got some good returns with I was gonna say Zack Ryder, but Matt Cardona. We got some really dope call-ups with Trick, and it looks like Oba is gonna pop up on SmackDown eventually. So they're doing good. They're doing great. We don't, it surprises every week. Jordan Grace was called up as well. Chelsea Green is doing fabulous. The Women's United States Championship is doing well. We still they gotta get Jade in the mix. Like, I don't know what's going on with Jade, but it's a lot of intrigue in SmackDown. You can't really, they're not sticking to a formula. The road to WrestleMania look like it's gonna be a lot of potholes and twists and turns for a lot of the wrestlers. And man, with this little triangle of, usually it's a triangle of love, but this triangle of hate that we have, because it's still like, was Drew McIntyre the one who attacked Jacob Fatu and left him bloody, all those months ago. Now that Cody is definitely going to have some beef with Jacob as well as Drew, what does that mean? They're doing almost a tournament style thing where the winner is going to face Drew McIntyre at the Royal Rumble, and Cody's not involved in that. So it's like if Cody wants his belt back, it almost feels like he's gonna have to fight in the Royal Rumble and win it, or he's gonna have if Elimination Chamber is for that second main event slot, he's gonna have to be in Elimination Chamber. They're not giving him his rematch for the belt. And if I'm Drew McIntyre, if Cody, I'm sure Cody will be pissed off about it. I'm sure he will come to the ring and start ranting and raving that he wants his rematch. But look, if I'm Drew McIntyre, I'm saying, look, when you beat Roman Reigns for this same championship, you never gave Roman a rematch. Roman has never had a rematch for the belt. Roman hasn't been in the championship match since he lost at WrestleMania a couple of years ago. When Cody beat John Cena at SummerSlam for the belt, he never gave John Cena a return match. John Cena did give Cody a return match. It took 4 months, but he did give Cody a return match for that belt. So they never did the trifecta. They never did the trilogy, the third match in what could have been a trilogy. So Cody is a habitual line stepper when it comes to not giving people their rematches. So
that's
not getting a rematch. Yeah, that's it. Hey, that is heel behavior.
Call and go home.
Yeah.
Can't do that, man.
So he's not getting a title match. And I feel like even though he's not gonna get this title match, his hands are gonna be full with Jacob Fatu.
Oh yeah.
Because we all know that Cody is gonna step to Jacob. And I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm really hoping that this signifies that Jacob is either going to be a heel or just the anti-hero that just has beef with heels as well as faces. I don't want Jacob to be this good guy anymore. I want the backstage segments where he's popping the shit before he's going to the ring. All gas, no brakes, beating the brakes off people. I want him to be talking crazy. I want him to be talking as reckless as ever. I see he got the goals in his mouth. They said he had some type of dental surgery. He got the goals on his teeth. I want him just to be talking crazy. I want him to be intimidating, bullying people. And I really want to see the beast unleashed. Like I want to see him going bad, like how he was when Solo was out and he had to take over Solo's bloodline for a little while. I want to see him going crazy like that. And it's time, man. Like we got a lot of monsters in WWE, and we see these guys aren't playing any games. Bron Breakker, monster, not playing no games. Bronson Reed, monster, not playing no games. Brock Lesnar, we already know what it is with him. He's not playing no games. Oba, from what we saw at NXT, when he comes to the main, either SmackDown or Raw, it looks like it's going to be SmackDown. He's not going to be playing no games. He's going to get on there. He's going to be talking crazy. Trick Williams, he's playing games, but that's Trick. He's funny as hell.
Yo,
he's funny as hell, but I consider him a monster too.
WWE, they're part of that deal, that Fanatics, where they're gonna produce content. Like the Usos have a cooking show coming.
Oh, dope.
And they're gonna do scripted, unscripted TV movies. They gotta get the rights to Black Dynamite. Trick Williams gotta be Black Dynamite's son, yo. Every time he cuts a promo, he sounds like a 70s film, 70s blaxploitation. Like he can fit in the Shaft.
Like Shaft, yeah.
Like he can fit in that Like his character, man, if done right, man, be like a 70s player would be fire.
And his intro music still just gets me hyped, man. Every time I hear the
Yeah,
trumpet.
yeah.
Bump, bump.
Well,
It's not the same without Booker, but you know what I mean. It's still hit.
Shout out to Alco, Memphis legend.
Yeah.
Trick is doing great, man. But to see him come to the ring and he's facing off, like we saw him with Cody last week, and then this past Friday, he's in the ring with Randy Orton, and you looking at him, and you know Trick looks like money. He's in tip top shape. He got the all white on, looking godly, and he looks great standing next to Randy. You looking at him like, man.
Yeah.
This is a match that could be a long-term feud. Like this is something that I would love to see at a WrestleMania, either this year or next year, because who knows how many Manias Randy has. I think he has a few more, but you know, at his tip-top peak, you know, these next couple of years.
I think that would be a good feud for both of them. You know, it's establishing Trick on the main roster. Put him in a position to where they can't drop the ball with him. You know what I mean? Like they can't just drop in the tag team and move on. He's put in a position right now, being in the ring with Cody and Randy. They basically believe in him. So I'm happy about that, man. And he's really dope. It looks like he got a new finisher too. So a new kick instead of I don't think the knee is the finisher anymore.
You wanna break it down? What it looks like?
No, it was almost like what's the Kofi kick? The Paradise joint.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that. He didn't get the pin with it, but it gave me the feeling that was going to be like a new finisher because he got the dirty roll up pin. So,
and he put on and hey, not to forget, he had put on a hell of a match with Ray Phoenix. I mean, it's showing that this guy is showing that he could go with anybody. He could go with a luchador. You already know what's gonna happen when he gets with a Sami Zayn and these the wrestlers. You know, him and Carmelo had classics. Him and Javon Evans. You know, see what happens when he gets with the high flyers. And you know, we seen him with Oba with the monsters. This guy is gonna be one of those people that, when it's all said and done, they're gonna say Trick Williams could have a wrestling match with a broom and make the broom look good. Like he has everything. He has the charisma, and I think Trick is so good. Sometimes you have one of those wrestlers that are just so good, they don't let WWE fuck it up. You know, not saying that they would, or not saying that they're trying to intentionally. I truly believe Triple H has seen star potential in this man, and he wants to do the quote unquote strap the rocket ship to his back. But Trick is making it impossible for them to fuck this run up that he's gonna have, man. Like he's doing his part every week. Like he's coming out. First of all, he looks immaculate. The guy is in fantastic shape. He looks like a star. He carries himself like a star. He puts on the lemon pepper steppers. The white split plaque.
Yeah, you know what else I appreciate about him is, you know, I see it all over social media. I appreciate that he takes time out to talk to the fans. Like a lot of, I know that might not mean much, but your fan base, that's how it grows. So
it means a lot.
The little kid with 200 followers that's trying to be an influencer, you gave him 5 minutes, and you know it works out. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, you know, I applaud him for that, man. Like, cause he's currently in my top 5 current favorite WWE wrestler. Oba's number one. Oba been number one in the last couple of years. But I had to put Trick in the top 5, man. He's undeniable.
Yo, Trick is doing so well, and I can't wait for Oba to come to the main roster as well. But you know, these guys are so established from NXT, and obviously Trick did a hell of a run with the TNA Championship. And we got to make sure we tune in to TNA's first episode on AMC on Thursday. But these guys did so well in NXT with establishing, like they made themselves inescapable. Like even if you don't watch NXT, like even if you wasn't watching NXT every week, there's no way that you don't know who Trick Williams or Oba Femi is, are, because they're always on social media. Like they have so many highlights. Javon too. I think that's one of the reasons why they didn't wait for Royal Rumble to bring these guys to the main roster. They said, let's start the year off. I mean, they even put these guys on the main roster before the year was started. We saw them like the end of the year, Oba and Javon. But it's like they said, hey, let's not wait. We don't need to do the big splash Royal Rumble. We don't need to wait, 6 weeks. Let's do it now. Let's not wait till the end of the month. Let's do it now. And would it surprise you? It would be a surprise, but would it be like something like unbelievable that Trick Williams won the Royal Rumble or Oba Femi won the Royal Rumble? Like these guys are just that good. Like I would be surprised, like, okay, they're giving it to them, very early in their career, but Trick and Oba, these guys are ready to main event right now. They're ready for WrestleMania right now.
Oba, I was thinking we won't see Oba again till the Rumble, and something's telling me he's going to either be number 1 or number 2, and he's going to run through people. He's going to run through folks. Like they're going to have to do the thing where they, 6 of them gang up to eliminate him, type thing, one of those moves. But I think he's going to come in early and dominate. And I pray that Brock Lesnar comes in after. So let's say Oba had got rid of 6, 7 people.
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1. You hear the Brock Lesnar music, he come out and he tossed Brock. If they do that, I will have all the faith in the world back again in WWE if they did something like that. So
I mean, I think we might see it.
They should have did that with Keith Lee when they was in the Rumble. Like that was a perfect opportunity. You know what I mean? For them to take him out.
For some reason they never had any faith in Keith Lee. I don't know. And Keith Lee, no disrespect to him, but he don't look like Trick.
Oh no,
he don't look like Oba. Like these dudes look like action figures already. Like Oba looks like he could be in the new Avengers Doomsday fighting with the Wakandans. Like he really looks like that guy.
In the tribe of M'Baka.
Yeah, he looked like to be honest, he looked like he could beat M'Baka's ass. Like he looked like he could challenge him to be the new king of Wakanda. Like he absolutely looks like that. No disrespect to Winston Duke. He cool dude. I met him a couple of times. Before Drew McIntyre won the belt, man, I'm thinking this is what my predictions for some of the matches WrestleMania. I'm thinking Cody and Roman, the trilogy, the third time. I was thinking Brock Lesnar and Gunther at Mania, and Oba and Drew McIntyre, since Drew interfered in that match. Now with Drew winning the belt, I don't know. I could see. I don't know where this will put Gunther, but I could see Oba against Brock Lesnar for sure. Like
I like the Gunther idea, Brock.
I like it too.
Because
I like it too.
Brock doesn't have the best rep right now because of everything outside of wrestling or whatever. Why not turn him face? Like He done seen what he did to AJ, seen what he did to John Cena. Throw another legend up at Gunther. But then Gunther does an open challenge and you hear Brock's music. And that starts it, man. I would rather see Brock Gunther than Brock Oba.
But then who would Oba fight at WrestleMania?
I think that depends on who they have him feud with. Because I think when he comes in, I think he's coming in as a face.
I don't know. I don't know if I mean, he could be a face. He could definitely come in as a face, but I don't know. I think he works so well as a heel.
Like him, I'm thinking like his nickname, he's the ruler. Like who could be somebody that has an issue with him? Oh man, can't be Roman because him and Cody. And I'm betting now that match is gonna be sponsored by Street Fighter. I'm calling them.
What if Oba fights Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania? That gives enough time for Jacob to fight Cody a couple of times, but I don't know. They could drag Cody. They could drag Cody and Jacob into WrestleMania.
They don't need a story for that. Like that's what I would call the AEW style match. Like you don't even to see Jacob and Oba, like too big. Nah, you don't even need a story. This a battle over who's bigger or who's tougher. It don't even really have to be a story with that. That's to me, that's box office. Like that could be an event, maybe a regular pay-per-view, and be later on in the card in the Mania card. But that'd be fire, man.
So let me ask you guys this.
Maybe Solo.
Wait. Solo's doing a hell of a job too, man. So we talked about Cody not getting a rematch. So they announced this. Nick Aldis announced that on SmackDown next week they're gonna be qualifying matches to be into the number one contender. They're gonna have a fatal 4-way at the next Saturday night's main event. And they're having qualifying matches to be in that fatal 4-way. Whoever wins that fatal 4-way is gonna fight Drew McIntyre in Saudi Arabia at the end of the month at the Royal Rumble. So the matches that they have, Randy Orton versus The Miz, I think we could go ahead and put Randy as a lock for that.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree?
Poor Miz.
Shout out to The Miz, but yeah.
Poor Miz. Yeah, sorry, Miz.
You know, Miz is he's putting people over. He still looks great. He gets mic time every week.
You know,
Miz is coasting at this point.
Hey, Shot.
We just need to make him a manager too.
Shot, and I mean this with all sincerity. Like for something like this, a Continental Classic style tournament would be dope where you could get points. You know what I mean? Like I'll take that page from AEW because they're not the only ones who do those type of tournaments. But that is a tournament style. New Japan does it. That is a certain tournament style, but to go
maybe they can incorporate that. Not to cut you off. Maybe they can incorporate that into the King of the Ring to freshen it up a little bit. Because you know, King of the Ring is something that, well, you know, now that they seem like they putting more emphasis into the King of the Ring, but I don't want to just see a finals of the King of the Ring at a pay-per-view. I want to see the whole King of the Ring tournament. Yeah. So I think we're pretty much all in agreement. Randy's gonna beat The Miz. Then you have Matt Cardona versus Trick Williams. I just think it's Trick time.
Sorry,
you know,
man.
Welcome back, Matt. But I think it's Trick time. Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Trick will take that one.
Okay.
I think Trick will be victorious.
Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa.
Oh, that's gonna be a good one.
That should be a good one. But I think Solo has a lot of issues with the Wyatt family. They took the lantern. They beat, you know, the MFTs beat the Wyatts on SmackDown, and they took the man's lantern. I think the Wyatts are gonna have something to say about that. I don't see Damian Priest losing, and Solo usually takes these L's, man. He usually jobs during these singles matches. So I'm going with Damian Priest. Will, what you think?
Oh, I'm going Priest. And I do like that. I'm not gonna say I like it, but Solo, he takes the loss quite often, but I love Solo so much that it doesn't matter to me if he wins or lose. I just like Solo, the character, the gimmick. So
Yeah.
that I got no problem. I got Priest winning that one.
And then this the match that I think is gonna be the match of that tournament. It's gonna be the match of the night, and I think this might be one that if they give these boys some time, it might be an early match of the year candidate as well. Sami Zayn versus Dragunov in a rematch. We saw, Ilya Dragunov, he beat Sami for the U.S. title a few weeks ago. Sami was on the shelf injured. Now he's back. He's healthy. Sami is once again in that underdog role. I think he's going to beat Dragunov.
And now that I know that that's the matchup, I wish that the tournament was formatted so that Dragunov and Sami meet in the finals for that rematch. I think that would have been it's a first round match. It's gonna be tough.
Well, you know what it is. It's not even. It's not like a second round. Like everybody who wins, they go to the fatal 4-way. So it's not even it's gonna be a second round. Like whoever wins, they fight in the fatal 4-way. So it'll be Randy Orton, Trick Williams. We said Damian Priest, and I'm going with Sami to be the fourth one in the fatal 4-way. Who do y'all think is gonna win that match?
I got Sami. Definitely Sami winning that.
Yeah, I don't see Ilya taking it. I mean, even though he's been going crazy recently, super aggressive.
I think Drew's reign ends at Royal Rumble.
That bad.
Don't say that, E.
That bad.
Where is Royal Rumble?
It's in Saudi Arabia.
Sami Zayn is a god in Saudi Arabia. And he has this chasing the championship story. Sorry, Drew. It's like, to me, it's like perfectly a good written story. I'm sure his wife is going to be there in the traditional Arab garb. His kid's going to be, they're going to let the fireworks off. I'm sure they wish they still had Mansoor so they can do it with him.
Oh my God. Stop it. You gotta stop. So you feel like we're in a phase where the belt, the undisputed championship is getting hot potato, because if you think about it, since WrestleMania of last year, we would have had John Cena, that's one title change, Cody, that's the second title change, Drew McIntyre, that's the third title change, and then Sami, that's a fourth title change. And then whoever they have to fight at WrestleMania, that would be 5 title changes for the undisputed championship in 1 year.
Now,
is that a good thing?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't dilute it. It just means that it's more competition. Outside of Roman, even towards the last, I'll say 300 days, them long reigns is kind of blah. You know what I mean? After a while, it's like, okay, how many times I'm gonna see Cody come out in the suit carrying the title like it's a bag? And these promos every week. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
After you got a hot pot, you got to switch it up sometimes. And and this is not a comparison, but that's what I do like about AEW. It makes all of the wrestlers look strong. It doesn't just make a certain 8 people look strong and everybody else is just like, all right, we know they're not gonna win. I like it. It just means you have stronger competition. That's it. Keep doing it. Like 2026 has to be a new year for them. I know they know all the feedback from last year, and I think this is a good move if they hot pocket it. Not hot pocket all the time. Like maybe with Drew, when Drew loses, Sami keep it till Mania. And then whoever wins at Mania has a nice long run to SummerSlam. But these year-long reigns is like, all right, man.
I'm not mad at the year-long reigns because it just makes it's like when you win the championship, it's like elite. It's not for everybody. Like if everybody's winning the championship, then what makes that world title special? If everybody's winning it, I like the fact that, and listen, I'm a Knicks fan, tried and true, suffered all my life, never seen him win a championship, but to me, that Jordan era when Jordan was dominating for all of them years, I call that the best era that I've ever seen in sports because he dominated in such a way that there were people that we knew they was going to go to the Hall of Fame in real time when they was playing, and obviously they all went to the Hall of Fame, but you look at it, he done broke the Knicks' hearts, my heart, my city's hearts millions of times. Patrick Ewing never won a championship. Charles Barkley never won a championship. Karl Malone, John Stockton never won a championship. And these guys are some of the greatest players. Like, they're on the top 75 of all time. They was on the top 50 all time. These are some of the great, great players. Even, you look at that Sonics team, one of the great teams, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. That's what made the Jordan era so special because he was able to beat the elite of the elite. That's why, he's my GOAT. He's looked at as a GOAT. Like, look at all the people he beat. So that's, to me, that made Ric Flair's reign so incredible when he was beating, Great American Bash, beating Dusty Rhodes, Road Warrior Hawk, Ricky Morton. Beating all of these guys, and it was some people that was so great they never was winning the championship. So I'm kind of on the fence because it does add some excitement and some intrigue, but it's like, damn.
Like it's not.
What does the belt mean if everybody's winning it?
I just think that it's being done with a purpose, not necessarily just because or, we got to pop the fans for this moment. I think it all plays in. Everybody in that heavyweight main event picture, they're pretty much tied in through other storylines and, like what's that, 5 to 6 degrees of separation, the Kevin Bacon joint game.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's pretty much kind of like tied in together. So,
Sammy deserves it. Sammy, you can't say Sammy, he's had a great career. It would be great for him to be rewarded with a championship,
like
especially in Saudi Arabia. But does he deserve to be rewarded this year in Saudi Arabia? Or does he deserve to be rewarded at WrestleMania next year in Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
But, sometimes you can't plan a year because injuries happen, but I mean, maybe next year is the year that Sammy wins the Royal Rumble and then he goes to Saudi Arabia, on his last chance to win the championship. I just think that this is just my opinion. Drew McIntyre has just fought so long to win this belt. He won it at WrestleMania, then he lost it to Damian Priest when he cashed in the Money in the Bank, and he's come so close all of these years. For him to finally win it and then lose it again in just a matter of weeks, no, I want to see him come to WrestleMania looking strong as a champion and him fight whoever that number one contender is. Like right now,
well,
go ahead.
Now, I know you said that. I wouldn't mind him losing at the Rumble and getting it back at Mania. I think that would be bigger, getting it back at Mania, than going into Mania with it. So I wouldn't be mad if that happened either.
But then you see the only thing with that is you see how these people are not getting rematches. So, if he loses that, I mean, he could get a rematch at a rematch at Elimination Chamber. I don't know if he'll get a rematch at Mania. I mean, right now I'm still picking Roman to win the Royal Rumble, and I'm looking at Roman versus Drew. I'm looking at Roman versus Drew at WrestleMania. It's some type of stipulation. These guys have a long history, and I think it adds more to the story. Now Roman is chasing Drew after Drew was chasing Roman, and Roman in the bloodline was giving him all that hell them years ago. Him, you know, he could have beat Roman at the Clash in the Castle in Glasgow. He had it right there if it wasn't for Solo. That was Solo's first appearance, by the way.
I remember.
On the main roster, Drew had it. So, you know, that's my early pick, and my another early pick. Then I'm thinking it'll be Cody winning the Elimination Chamber and challenging his good friend CM Punk. I think we might finally get that Cody versus CM Punk, and man, the build up for that is gonna be crazy. Cause I you know, for weeks I was just thinking like Cody, CM Punk, Bron Breakker, Seth Rollins, triple threat main event for Mania. But the more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that it's going to be a one-on-one match, Seth Rollins against Bron Breakker and Cody versus Punk. Because, and we could switch over because
Cody.
Monday Night Raw just took place, and we could talk about some of the events that transpired on Raw that took place from overseas as well this past Monday.
I got a beef before you start.
Go ahead.
You know, the overseas crowds are usually like super lit. They kind of disappointed me on Monday. They were loud for the entrances, but I was disappointed. Like the matches, I'm hard on Monday Night Raw. I'm hard on WWE. It was a rather enjoyable Raw, but it was the crowd bringing it down. Like no reaction. They did a bad job. Like France is the winner right now as the best crowd had back.
I forget what city they was in. Let me look that up. But
I know in Germany somewhere.
The main event, Gunther against AJ Styles. Banger.
I don't want to ever see Gunther be a face, man. I never want to see it. Oh man, he got to be a lifetime heel.
Lifetime heel, but he's like I think Big Van Vader was a face for maybe a few months, but he was
WCW. He definitely was.
Yeah. Iron Sheik, lifetime heel. You know, lifetime heel, Iron Sheik. Listen, man.
Bob Backlund, no.
Well, Bob Backlund started off as he was a good guy for a long time.
Yeah,
Mr.
Backlund, president.
He will. Listen, bro.
Yeah, man.
This AJ Styles retirement run is not going to be like John Cena's retirement run. AJ is a different beast. Like, already match of the year candidate as well. AJ against Gunther. Listen, when AJ he looks to be in fantastic shape. He looks to be in the best shape that he's ever been in his career. He put on some muscle mass. Still slim and trim, but he done bulked up some. Still got the 6-pack. Could do all the moves still. When the guy did the 360 leg drop on Gunther's leg, come on, what are we doing? What are we even talking about? This is the phenomenal one. What are we saying? This is the phenomenal one, bro.
It doesn't feel like he's lost his step and he's getting older. Like we see him getting older with our eyes, and he's still crisp. He still moves. God bless AJ Styles.
Those matches he had in TNA with Angle, man. Like I still go back and watch those. Jesus, man.
By the way, I don't know if he's gonna see this. Tony Khan, Triple H. Y'all need to have a conversation because if this is a retirement tour, Samoa Joe needs I would like to see Samoa Joe fight AJ Styles at some point.
I would love it, man. I think we talked about this before.
do what's best for the business and not what's best for your business in this
I would love to see Samoa Joe, but two guys who I'm dying to see AJ and this retirement tour, I know it's not gonna happen, is Kenny Omega.
I swear to God, I think he would do it. I think he would do it. He would really do it. You know what I mean?
You gotta see bruh. I gotta see him and bro. I gotta see him and bro.
Give me a Bullet Club leaders match. All the leaders in one match, man, to determine the ultimate leader. Cody, Kenny, AJ, Finn. Put them all in there together. David Finley. Let's go. Put them all in there together. See what happens. You know what I mean? That would be a fine match.
I gotta see Cody and Will Ospreay. I don't know how we could do it.
I've seen it. It was definitely before AEW existed, but on the big stage that would be nice.
No, I'm talking about in a big 75,000 arena. I don't even know, but
hold on, listen, fight in New Japan? Nah, I don't.
Imagine the money they could make if they came together for one night and did some crazy
super
like
show.
that. One,
you know that used to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like in the early, like literally before WWE swallowed up the territories, they went WWF, WWF. All of them would come together for a super show, but
it's not gonna happen. But this AJ and another thing about this AJ Styles retirement run is that he's a full timer, so it's not gonna be 36 days countdown. Like we gonna see him rock for the whole year. I still to this day don't understand why they only put John Cena canned him and said, "Let me do 200 days," and they said no, 36 is good. Like I don't get it. But I think that AJ the run is gonna be great because I don't think we're locked in to have AJ to be the main event of the night every night. John Cena is such a huge superstar. He obviously had to be the main event most of the time he fought. But I think AJ is gonna be a great his matches are gonna be great mid-card matches. And I think a lot of them are gonna be like show stealer of the night, and it's dope, man. And him and Gunther is hooking up for the first time, and them boys showed out. The crowd did come alive, like in the middle of that match. They did This Is Awesome chants and all of that. So it was a hell of a match. It was an ill ending too, where I wasn't mad at the ending. I wasn't mad at the ending. Gunther actually tapped out. AJ had him in the calf buster, the calf breaker, and Gunther gave him a pat on the ass, like literally. Gunther gave AJ a pat on the ass, tapped out. The referee, from his peripheral vantage point, couldn't see Gunther tapping out. AJ let the move go. Low blow and the power bomb for the victory. And I think he will said it before. Gunther got to find a better way to pin these guys after the power bomb.
Or if not, I was just saying the safety shot. If not, the camera angle needs to change when they do that.
Like,
that look wild.
It's looking crazy. It's looking crazy. But
he said, Rhea, how do you do your pin? Show me how you do it so I can do it.
Yeah.
My man, I think we in for a special treat seeing AJ on this retirement run. Like he's gonna go all out and give us some great matches. That was definitely a great main event worthy of Raw. I'm happy to see that Division is not in the main event of Raw. Like I think we just had so many main events with Division. They did fight they fought Pence and Dragon Lee, right?
Yeah.
Against Bronson Reed and Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And let me say that I am surprised that Dragon Lee is walking, because
Oh, that's
Bronson Reed, I mean, not Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker gave that man probably maybe the illest second illest spear of all time. Like he speared Dragon Lee so hard, he dragged him. He drugged that man about 4 or 5 feet after the spear. It was like it was a spear and a tackle, and he just slid. I said, and he had so much runway, like he ran all the way from the back
That drone view.
to the ringside
That drone
and
view
gave
is
him that
nice.
spit. Can you imagine being Dragon Lee and you got to sell that move? First of all, you don't have to sell it because the shit hurts.
Bro,
Oh, imagine,
you gotta
imagine just seeing that coming at you. You're like, yo, it's coming.
he sold it twice because for some reason he got up and crawled back into the ring and caught another one.
But it's like you literally got a locomotive. They say the guy runs 23 miles an hour, and it's like, god damn, he just took him out. Bronson Reed took out Penta with a spear, with a tsunami, and it was so funny. Adam Pearce comes to the ring and he's so excited and angry, saying that he doesn't want them taking over his show and they're not disrupting the show again, and like he's literally spitting, like you could see the drool, like I don't know if you watched the Welcome to Dairy with Pennywise, but so y'all see when Pennywise was drooling, that's how Adam Pearce was. The drool was coming down this man's mouth. He's so damn.
Hey, he cursed too.
He was cursing and
tired as shit.
Yeah, and he suspended Bron Breakker. I don't know why, but he suspended Bron Breakker.
I don't know why I found it so funny that while he was chastising Bron, they was taking Penta out in the background. It was like, I was like, yo, stop the rest of them. Like, you worried about Bron, the rest of them are crushing Penta. Like, he got he got Flash.
Yeah, he got the tsunami. Logan Paul is kicking them, and you know they giving them all type of cheap shots. And it's funny too when Adam Pearce is yelling at Bron Breakker. Logan Paul is so great. Like I love that Logan Paul is there every week, and it looked like he's gonna be a full timer. And I can't wait to see Logan Paul against AJ Styles again during this run. But Logan Paul is telling Pearce, he's like, please, I'm begging you, Bron is gonna kill you. He's going to kill you. Please stop. But in the moment, obviously we know that Bron is not gonna kill him, but when you're watching it, it feels like Bron is gonna kill a guy. It feels like Bron is gonna kill him.
Bron was like, I'll kill you.
Brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
It's great. Like this is great. Like the vision, I'm on board. I love it. Like I said, I feel like Bron should be the champion, but I like him even more unhinged. And then Paul Heyman at the end, he's calm. He's like, look, oh, you do realize you put hands on him first. As to say, you will be hearing from my lawyer. Paul Heyman always has a plan, so I don't know. Like him putting hands on Bron Breakker, will this lead to another title match? Will this lead to Adam Pearce getting suspended? I don't know, but Paul he has some leverage, so he's gonna figure a way to manipulate the system. But how we got to this point anyway? My point being, I know we took the long road, so much to unpack, but how I got to this point anyway, I was saying WrestleMania. I think it might be Cody versus. Originally, I thought it was gonna be Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Breakker, but when CM Punk came out to do his promo, he didn't really mention the division like that. He wasn't even he wasn't even gloating like, oh, I beat Bron Breakker and all of that. Like he could have really gave a 5-minute promo on, I beat the most unstoppable opponent that you guys thought I was ever going to face in my career. I'm 10 years older than this guy. maybe 15 years older than this guy. I took literally everything he gave me, except the spear, but I got jumped by his friends. They put me through a table. I took the Frankenstein off the top rope. I literally took 99.9% of this man's repertoire, and I still beat him, and I beat him clearly. I beat him by using my brain. I beat him by wrestling. I did a counter to his finisher. I beat him cleanly in the middle of the ring. It's over for him as far as I'm concerned. He has a bright career, but he's not beating me for this belt. CM Punk, he didn't do that, but he did say he's ready for new opponents. So it's like maybe him and the Vision are over because, he's talking about he wants new opponent. We talked earlier about Finn Balor coming to the ring and, what transpired with them and how they're going to fight next week. So,
oh, by the way,
yeah,
he's coming out to the old music.
He got to.
He ain't no way. And I
don't have no choice. You don't have a choice.
Song, but
I like the old one better.
He's home, right? Isn't he gonna be home, right? It's home time.
He's gonna be in Ireland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna be in Belfast, but I just feel like maybe CM Punk has moved on from the Vision. Now, even when Bron Breakker suspended, because if he's suspended, he might not even be in the Royal Rumble. I'm thinking he will be in the Royal Rumble, but if he's suspended, he might be suspended.
At the Rumble. You think?
Or maybe he might not be in the Royal Rumble. He just comes to the Royal Rumble and beats people up.
That would be interesting. Yeah.
Maybe he's so out of his mind, psychotic and enraged that he has to miss the Royal Rumble. He literally spears people when they're trying to come to the ring. He goes in the ring and beats people up. Maybe he just comes to the Rumble maybe 3 or 4 times and just beats people up, gets escorted out, comes back. Oh, he's coming from the fans now. He's coming from the stands and beats people up.
The last time he does it though, it's gonna be one ruler standing in the ring, and he's gonna become the biggest face if he takes out Bron after Bron destroys all those people.
Oba?
Oh yeah. I want Oba to win everything. I want Oba to win the tag team belts, the Intercontinental belt, the Speed Championship. I want him to win all of them. So I'm a little biased.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I love Oba, and I love the fact that it's so many. The deck, I say, a stack with young talent. And I'm not dissing the people that's in their 30s and 40s because I think they still got a lot in the tank. Cody's 40, right? He's still got a lot in the tank. The Usos are 40. Roman's 40. They still got a lot left in the tank. Seth, I think, is approaching 40. He got a lot left. He might be 40. But, man, you look at Rey Mysterio Jr. is 28. Austin is 28. Austin Theory. Oba's 27. Bron Breakker's 28. Bronson Reed is maybe early 30s. Rhea is 26. Come on, Tiff Stratus is 20. I mean, Tiffany Tom is 25, 26. Come on, man.
The way they
Carmelo, Tripp.
Shoot, the way they were trending in 20 years, they wouldn't have any legends for Legends Night. So I like them putting these young guys on front. They should have been doing that. Putting them on Front Street because, they are technically the future. These 40-year-olds don't have that much time left. It's just literally 2 people missing that I've been looking for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm hoping that they're going to come back with Seth, and that's the Profits. It's got to be a reason why they're out. You know what I mean? Because to me, they're a tag team of the present, and if they would have had had some little more run last couple years, they could have. It would have been nice to see. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
And
The
listen,
future's looking good. The future's looking good.
and we didn't even mention the youngest of the young, Javon Evans.
Yeah.
Listen, this dude on Monday, he fought Bravo Americano. He gave him the Cody cutter off the top turnbuckle, and this guy was so high in the air.
Bounce.
God damn, like this dude was so high when he caught it, and he caught it in his perfect. And I know you don't like Cody doing them Cody cutters, but what about that Cody cutter off the top of the cage? Now that was some shit. You can't front.
That was a little crazy.
That was dope.
The second rope.
Yeah. It was the second rope. You know what I'm saying? I like that one. Definitely like that.
That was hard. That was hard.
You know, it's
man.
funny when I see Javon, it's like when I would see him in the indie shows, these small bingo halls, he had bounce like that, where you could damn near touch the ceiling from your seat. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, kudos to them, man. If they've never done anything right last year, the best thing they did was, promote him, and that's the future right there, man. They got a good one.
And I love the fact that they didn't make it where, I mean, he's still an underdog, right? Because he never won the big one in NXT. It's not like he won the NXT championship and they said, okay, now you could go to the big leagues. Like he's leaving without, with some unfinished business. He's leaving without the closure of winning the championship, but he did great matches. And I'm going to go on record. I'm going to go on record and say AJ Styles' last match, AJ against Javon Evans, that got to be the last match. And
ooh.
Okay, go ahead.
Or AJ versus Leon Slater. AJ is probably, if not the best, one of the best X Division champs. Him and Leon been in the ring, 2 or 3 times already? I'm sure they're gonna be in the ring together again on Thursday.
But see, I think we're gonna get that match before. I think
okay, yeah.
I think TNA's when is their WrestleMania? Their Bound for Glory is.
Did it?
TNA's is like in November, I think, right?
I'm about to say it just passed not too long ago.
It's like in November, so I think we'll get that at the biggest pay-per-view.
Okay.
And they got that partnership with TNA, so we'll see it. Shit, man. It wouldn't surprise me if Kurt Angle came back for one more. Oh, said he got one more in the tank.
That'd be dope. Him and AJ, yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
I feel like they gotta do it on WWE soil, but they might do it on TNA soil. But I feel like they might have to do it on WWE soil. And then, hey man, if Jericho comes back, AJ against Jericho, I'm hoping that I would love to see that at WrestleMania, because AJ's first WrestleMania match was against Chris Jericho, and his last WrestleMania match should be against Chris Jericho in my eyes. So I think that would be dope. But man, WWE is they cooking right now. It's exciting. We don't know what's gonna happen. They freshen it up. Before we leave, let's just shine a little bit of light on the ladies. The Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Roxanne won a triple threat match against the Kabuki Warriors, and a triple threat tag team match against the Kabuki Warriors and Lyra and Bailey. And I like the fact that Lyra and Bailey starting to wear matching outfits now, like they're a real tag team.
Yeah.
I think officially making them a tag team is a good thing, because they were getting lost in the singles races, and I think they're a formidable tag team. I think they'll definitely win gold at some point, but now we're gonna see. I don't know where the hell Charlotte Flair is. Charlotte Flair wasn't on SmackDown, and
I know Alexa Bliss was talking to her on the phone, and
so I guess she's wasn't on. Oh yeah, she had that super flu or something like that. So now we're gonna see. I think at Saturday Night's main event, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defending their belts for the first time against the Judgment Day. Raquel against Stephanie Valkyrie. She continues to beat Stephanie up. Stephanie has the walking bull. She continues to get beat down by Raquel. And hey, is this the moment? Are we gonna see a Big Daddy Cool moment where Raquel finally wins that women's championship? She's looking strong. It feels like it. I would like to see it.
And it's nothing against Stephanie at all, but I think Raquel's a formidable opponent to take it off of her.
And then if Raquel wins, Liv Morgan might win the Royal Rumble. And we might see Raquel against Liv at WrestleMania for the title, a Shawn Michaels against Diesel type situation. And that's gonna cause a big rift in the Judgment Day.
If they do that, that ring gear gonna be fire. I know they're gonna pay tribute to that match. I know they're gonna pay tribute to it. That would be fire if that happened like that.
Becky Lynch is still the women's Intercontinental champion, so
would that be the end of the Judgment Day, or will they be able to still keep going?
I think it's the end.
Yeah.
I don't want it to end. I feel like Judgment Day got to hold at least another year, but I think that's it.
I would like to see maybe them kick Finn out and bring somebody in as a leader that you wouldn't expect, maybe. Who? I don't know, but I would like to see Finn back by herself again. Yeah, because I love the Judgment Day, but Prince Devitt, the creator of the Bullet Club, like that image always sticks in my head. So it's just hard seeing him playing video games and not really caring. So
I would love to see Finn go on just a run of just being an outlaw badass and get to it. So we'll see.
Hey, and I listen, it's not a competition, but I think if he go back to being a face and that music, he might give day one-ish a run for his money as far as interest is. With the crowd throwing their hands up, it's been a long time. You know what I'm saying? So he might overtake his best interest if he goes back face and leaves Judgment Day.
I want to see if we talking about that. Hopefully before it's done, I would love to see AJ and Finn, the Bullet Club, against the Usos, at least one match. I think that would be. I think they could actually win the tag teams. I think they could beat the Usos, but we'll see if it happens. It's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, it's a lot. I want them to break up all the current crews and put them together. So you got Tama Tonga Loa, those guys was in Bullet Club with AJ and Finn, so I don't know. I would like them to touch on that, but they probably won't touch that because I think it's the end of Bullet Club anyway. I think they disbanded at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah,
so
we'll see, man. We'll be back. It's a lot of stuff going on in AEW. We definitely want to touch on that. NXT is happening, so we'll give you some recaps on the new NXT. See where they're going with Jordan Grace, Oba, Trick Williams, all gone. Like, man, that's some big blows. But they got some people coming from Evolve, so we'll see who's going to be the next ones to step up. And of course, SmackDown. It's going to be some fallout for that. So look for us all through the week. We got some of our player partners, Jadakiss, Nori. We got some interviews with them. We got the Eric Sermon interview. A lot of great stuff coming. We starting the year off guns blazing, just like WWE, AEW, NXT, TNA, all of these guys. Got to see TNA's first show with AMC. So it's a lot going on this week. We are here for Ari, the Oracle, Spiff TV, Will, of course, Nick, 816. This is the Rap on Wrestling Podcast. Thank you for supporting us. We get more subscribers. We've already doubled our subscribers on YouTube from last year. So Thank you, everybody, and keep it tuned in. More and more hits coming. Peace.
Peace.